and let's get in some BTST trades going. Kush, what's on your list?
Siemens is showing quite a bit of strength, has actually given a breakout past some of its key resistance zones. So Siemens is on my radar, from a BTST perspective or even from a near-term perspective. 41, 80, 40 to 50 are the targets. 4020 is where I would place my stop loss. One stock that we discussed at the beginning of the show, which was Shriram Properties. These two very strong charts. We saw a very strong up move yesterday and a good follow through today as well. So at 138 is the target. 130 is where I would place my stop loss.
Right. Kunal, what about your BTST ideas?
So I'll go with L&T Finance from the financial services space as a buy. Targets of 180. Stop loss could be kept at 165. And Tata Power is the other stock, which I think closer to 338, 339. Looks attractive for a contra bet on the upside. Targets of 350. Stop loss at 333.
Okay, and on that note, let me take it across to Vinny as well and get in the closing trades. What's been buzzing up and what's been holding out? Vinny?
Absolutely, Aisha. Today, we did start the market on a somber note, but look at the Nifty managing to hold on to 0.7% in trade of gain, almost at the day's highest point. But what outperformed today was the broader markets. Looking at the mid cap as well as the small cap, clear outperformance coming in there, especially from the Nifty mid cap, ending almost at 1.7% uptick there. Sector-wise, most of the sectors have actually managed to perform quite well, and especially the Nifty Realty, that is the top sectorial gainer. Nifty Realty up 6%, more than 6% in trade. The highest single-day gain that we've seen coming in since October 2021. So yes, Nifty Realty is the outperformer today, standing tall as the Nifty Realty, and obviously the names that came in was Sobha. Strong gains on this one as well. Sobha Developers, because of the Motilal Oswal note that came in, where it becomes the top pick for Motilal Oswal in the realty space. So Sobha Developers up 16% as of now as well. Then we have Godrej Properties, DLF, Macrotech Developers. Across the board for realty, we've seen a very, very strong performance from most of the stocks over there as well. Let's pair up Bajaj Finance, the top Nifty 50 gainer today. Bajaj Finance, after its strong Q3 update, very strong AUM growth. Also, what we were expecting is seen for Bajaj Finance as well, and nonetheless, that's why holding on to 4.22% gains as of now as well. IndusInd Bank, another one from the banking space, actually holding on to good gains after its Q3 updates, managed to sustain those gains all through the day as well. Even now, also holding on to good gains there. Let's pull up some of these oil refiners, BPCL, HPCL, all these a bit subdued in trade. That is something that didn't do quite well in trade today. And HPCL, BPCL, all of them subdued in trade even as of now, after we've seen crude oil prices. That impacts these companies as well. So crude oil prices surely seeing an impact on that front. Other than that, we have a downgrade that came in from CLSA for HPCL, BPCL, as well as IOC. All the three names declining in trade after the downgrade that we saw coming in from CLSA. Torrent Power, that too is not doing quite well in trade, actually. I beg your pardon. Strong gains that we saw for Torrent Power as well. 47,350 crores MOU that they have signed as well. So Torrent Power is among the top gainers today, coming in, and 8% almost uptick that we saw at one point of time. Let's move on, pull up the charts from an auto name. We have Tata Motors that held on to good gains as well. And Tata Motors was mainly after JP Morgan upgraded the stock, and 2.1% uptick almost intraday that we saw coming in was at the high. As of now, also managing to hold on to gains of 1.82% as well. Let's pull up Century Textiles. We did have a presentation that came in from the company, and post that, we've seen a spike up coming in for the stock at one point of time, up as much as 13%. As of now, also holding on to good gains. That's Century Textiles for y'all. In the last few minutes of trading session, what we saw was the defense names picking up pace, because the Defense Ministry has actually signed an 802 crore military equipment contracts with some of these companies. So defense companies, whether you look at a BEML or whether you look at Jupiter Wagons, all of them too are holding on to very, very strong gains. So yes, all in all, we've seen a very strong move coming in the markets today as well. Sector wise, let's pull up Nifty Auto. That too was a bit in the flip-floppy day of trade. Very flat in trade, Nifty Auto, but Tata Motors was an outperformer that came in the Nifty Auto space.
Okay, and on that note, Vinny, thanks for that. We'll wind it up right here on this edition of Closing Trades.